Okay, we're starting now. Good evening, everyone. I just want to welcome everyone to this long awaited exclusive AMA, and I am your host today. We are thrilled to have Ben, the co founder of Pin AI, here with us, and we'll be diving into the vision, roadmap, and the future of Pin AI in general. So stay active here, and let's keep the reactions coming and keep engaging. Hi Ben, can you hear me please?
Yes, yes. Hey, Joy.
Okay, nice to have you here, Ben.
Yeah, great.
Um,
Great to be
so
here.
yeah, let's kick it off. We're going to start easy, Ben. Before we go into the deep stuff, we are going to go easy. So, what's your go-to fuel during late nights? Are you a coffee person? Are you an energy drink person?
Oh, yeah, I sometimes drink coffee in the morning. Yeah, but no coffee after lunch.
Interesting. Okay. So, then please can you just give us a quick introduction of who you are, what is Pin AI, and just a general introduction, please.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So I'm Ben, and I'm co-founder of Keen AI. This idea is actually started 10 years ago when I was in Y Combinator with Sam Altman. At that time was Y Combinator president. So we were building a kind of personal AI hardware device at that time, and so that company was acquired kind of by Baidu in 2017. So at that time, we were using voice basically to activate a lot of services in a kind of smart speaker, which is similar as Amazon's Alexa. Yeah. So last year, when all those large language model companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, and also like Google Gemini, xAI, they are kind of taking off. I've been starting thinking, what's next? So what's for personal AI? And I see kind of this unique angle that your AI needs to understand yourself, right? There is no kind of platform has all my data. I have hundreds of different apps, and every single big tech they don't share data with each other, and also even the same kind of Google's product portfolio, right? They don't share data across each other. So that kind of gives a unique opportunity to build this kind of product and architecture on the user side, and to make personal AI possible. And it has been only a year, and we have been making some progress with everyone being part of it. And yeah, we're super excited for the future. Oh, is Joy still here? No? Okay. I can keep talking. Yeah, I think the things which is super excited for what we are building is uh, last October 24th, 28th. Yeah, I think when Apple Intelligence launched and Hypin was launched on the same day. And ever since then, we have seen over 3 million users participated in the Hypin Mini app. So the Happy Mini app has kind of data connectors, right? That's the earlier version of the product. And as you guys may have noticed, OpenAI this June also launched the connectors in their product. And so OpenAI also allows you to basically connect your Google Drive, your Gmail, yeah, which echoes what we see previously. And this is number one. And number two is uh, in July, kind of uh, Mark Zuckerberg from Meta announced a super intelligence kind of roadmap for personal AI. And in basically May, while in kind of Toronto consensus in Canada, I was giving a speech about our kind of product roadmap for a personal super intelligent assistant. and basically connecting all your data, the personal AI understand you and started to plan for what is kind of possible things that we want to do. And yeah, we already announced a early version of the product, and uh, you can all try it. It's still very early, and the product has a long way to go, but it shows how our personal data can have a kind of play in the personal AI kind of paradigm. Yeah, so both OpenAI and Meta, and also all the big players, they are entering in the same space, but they all kind of lack of one ingredient, which is all the data access every single user have, and which is a unique strength of our community. Yeah. Uh, is the model still here? Okay. If not, I can. Yeah. So I received the question list for the AMA. I can run through it one by one. That's about 10 questions, right? So okay, I can read those questions and then I answer this. So the first question is, what makes PNAI's AI architecture and the infrastructure unique compared to competitors? And how does this ensure long-term differentiation? Yeah, I think so. If we are talking about competitors in two kind of regime, right? One is in the AI and one in crypto. So in AI, like as we mentioned, right? Like Apple and Google and Meta and OpenAI, they all see this gigantic opportunity in personal AI. I think one restriction on those players is basically like they are all regulated by kind of data regulation on their centralized platform. So remember, like a few years ago, Meta, that time was called Facebook, like so there was a data regulation, basically stopped them from uh, basically like accessing user data on the phone. So like Meta's stock price dropped more than 40% at that time. And ever since, like the strict data regulation is on top of those big tech platforms. So basically, PNAI's architecture is on the user side. So basically, the data regulation, the privacy, including the Europe GDPR, which set up the data is shared between the platform and the user. So basically, user every single one of us have access to all our data on all the different apps, cloud platforms. So basically, we can basically connect all the data to a local place or to our private cloud. And then based on top of that, PNAI's kind of AI infra can come in. Yeah, so that is number one about data. And number two is about the basically the model hosting. So basically, PNAI runs local model, which we use the open source model. So the local model act as your personal assistant, like it can access all the data, but like for more complicated tasks, it will route it to the more powerful model in the cloud. So that way, which is kind of similar as Apple's basically like local cloud model synchronization, basically to serve the user better. So that AI part is similar with Apple's kind of hybrid architecture, and so uh, that is a comparison between basically PNAI with all the big tech. And so if we compare ourselves with the crypto players, and yeah, I think we have one of the kind of best AI teams compared with all the crypto players. So basically, like PNAI's chief scientist, he was a Stanford kind of PhD, especially in math and AI, and then he also kind of contributed to the early kind of Google Brain days. Like so, yeah, we are kind of using the most state-of-the-art AI technology to compete with all the crypto players. So that's kind of question number one. How does this ensure long-term differentiation? Yeah, I think if we look at the mode, basically like AI has three key components, right? Data and compute and algorithm. So basically, So we see the mode in the data side, and the data is on the user side. And on the user side, I think crypto has a very native and a strong play here. Is basically to let the user kind of take back their ownership. Yeah, because if you look at all those kind of like $1 trillion companies and the big tech seven, right? Like they add up together is like tens of $1 trillion, and they monetize on user and the user data, and we don't get a penny back, right? We keep spending, and so yeah, PNAI's network is basically to empower every single user to actually this is the last kind of oil resource on the planet on the data side, right? Like which is a private data. The user data kind of basically can help build a new decentralized personal AI network, and we can talk about that later. Yeah, so the data access, and then the personal AI ecosystem is kind of the long-term differentiation on a decentralized network. Yeah, so this is number one. The second question is, people are still worried about how the data will be kept safe, since they will need to give access to accounts like email, Facebook, and Twitter. Can you share more details on how you will protect it? Yeah, so I think right now the architecture is number one, uh, no data is stored on kind of the PNAI centralized server. So basically at the current stage, no data is stored at all. It's still in your different accounts. So basically the app only access your data when you use it. This is number one. Number two is maybe next session, Regan, our technical co-founder, can dive in deeper. Is when the private cloud started to become an option, and and also the local storage. Then the user can choose between the local storage and the private cloud. Yeah. So basically, it's like why we call it a data wallet, right? It's like your crypto wallet. You kind of have the ultimate control over your crypto wallet, and you have the ultimate control over your data wallet. Yeah. So that is different from the centralized kind of Google or like Meta's architecture, where they have host a centralized server for all those data storage. Yeah. So I think that's number two. Number three question, in the Hyping Telegram bot, which is more important, level or points? And how will you reward your honest users? Yeah. So for people playing with Hyping mini app, it is kind of an alpha version of the entire product. So you see everything, right? Like the data connectors, and then the points, and also like very simple version of the agents. Yeah. So the level stands for more powerful models, and when you level up, basically on the points level, you can mine points more efficiently. Yeah, that's how the way it is designed. And so level is kind of increase your capability to get more points. And so points, so we'll be kind of announcing the points kind of like a conversion mechanism later. And then so ultimately the points is kind of the measurement towards the conversion. And how will you reward your honest users? Yeah, so basically we have in-house kind of team, and the team basically will use all kinds of different mechanics to detect kind of the farmers and the bots, right? Like, so we want to make sure we reward all real human participants. Yeah, because real human and the real data contribute to the network, and the bots don't, right? Like the bots basically kind of like destroy the incentive mechanism for the network. So yeah, we'll make sure to reward every single user, not the bot, which is similar as what WorldCoin has done. Yeah, but the WorldCoin is using kind of the bio bio kind of mechanics to do that. We are more using kind of technology way to do that. And so next question, how will PinAI's unified identity system balance user privacy with fair rewards? And what makes it different from existing identity solution in Web3? Yeah, so we have seen all different identity solutions in Web3. And uh, WorldCoin is one of those. And there are many other solutions. And so yeah, we design a mechanism, and a lot of users have shared great feedback, which is a GAR model. And so the GAR model basically is a way for us to host a more powerful model in the trust execution environment. And this GAR model basically pin your local pin AI, personal AI model on your device. And so basically, the design of this is to test how well your personal AI knows about you. For example, right? So if the GAR model wants to kind of find nearest restaurant for you, and that might need your kind of like historical history about which food you eat, which country you are, and then like if your personal AI could not provide the context data, and the score on this question will be low or even zero, right? So there are many questions designed for the core model to test whether your personal AI really understand about you. And so we basically use the digital footprint and all the different kind of social presence and all the different account system of an individual to basically decide your digital identity. And also those core model to personal AI interaction is happening in a private setup. And so this is our kind of identity system, but also we're going to partner with those existing kind of identity solutions, including WorldCoin. And yeah, because like this is those partnership will provide complementary kind of identity system to what we have. Yeah, so that is question 4. Question 5. PinAI is designed to run on device for maximum privacy. But what happens if the device is lost, stolen, or factory reset? How will my personal AI's memory and training data be securely stored without compromising ownership or privacy? Yeah, so this is a great question. And uh, when when the user only choose to store the data locally, it's like your cold wallet, right? Like if it got lost, then no one can get it back. But today, your device also has a cloud storage, right? Like your Apple device, your Android device, all provide the cloud storage option for your device itself. So in that way, like you can restore everything, right, on your device level. And the second option is a private cloud option. When it's available, uh, if the device is lost, you still have the private cloud as a backup for the PNAI storage. Like that is similar as kind of Apple storage, right? Like Apple iCloud is a private cloud, and even kind of Apple themselves cannot access that. And so for PNAI private cloud, we will be using kind of AWS. They're also having the kind of private cloud option. And uh, yeah, Akash, can you turn off your video? Okay, yeah. So that is for the storage. And question number 6, Hypin AI. What makes Hypin AI different from other earning platforms, and how does it plan to scale its impact while keeping users consistently engaged and rewarded? Yeah, so we are having a kind of timeline and a roadmap to basically uh, upgrade this Hypin AI to the Pin AI, kind of like uh, kind of the main product. Yeah, and so the main product, as I mentioned, it will provide a few things, right? Uh, so your data provides the context for you, and the model basically will kind of try to compute your intent, like basically what we want to do. And then the agent will plug in to serve us. So basically this kind of flywheel serve as a utility function on our personal AI side. This is number one. And number two is earning. And earning is on the kind of like data wallet mining and also intent mining. And so we are having two kind of flywheels. One is the AI utility, and another one is this economic design that capture the value of the ecosystem and give back the value of the ecosystem to the users. And I think that is a different than the other earning platform because like I think a lot of DeFi platform they also have intrinsic value, so that allows us to basically being part of their kind of DeFi yield generation. Although they cannot share the yield, right? They can do buyback. And for PinAI platform, and fundamentally it's an AI ecosystem. And today there are the leading AI kind of players like OpenAI or Anthropic, like which every individual is very hard to access. And PinAI is basically building an alternative, a kind of decentralized personal AI network on the user side. Every user can kind of have ownership on this. And yeah, so this is kind of real AI, real ownership. Question number 7. The promise of a truly personal AI is compelling. Could you give me a specific example of a value generating service a user would get from PNAI that is impossible with a generic AI model? Yeah, so there are many kind of examples. Uh, I can basically, it seems I cannot share a video in this group, but like I will ask the mod to share a video in the group. Like there are many examples which PNAI can do, which OpenAI or Google cannot do. So for example, so when PNAI sees you book a flight ticket to, let's say, Dubai, right? And your personal AI knows your trip planning and then can suggest and also knows about which hotel membership you have and can basically suggest hotel booking for you. And this is one example. A second example is, let's say, uh, for the weekend, right? Like it learns about your calendar and it learns about your relationship and can help you plan weekend kind of activities. Yeah, and also like you may learn that you have a kid, and it also knows uh, your kid's birthday. It can suggest you to buy a birthday gift for a kid. Yeah, I think like this is entering what I call personal super intelligence. So I think the big democracy for AI is today AI becomes so powerful that it's only for productivity use, right? For every consumer, like we have to ask so many questions, and it's very high friction for us. So in an ideal world, in the future, which we just plug in all the data, right? Including our health data, education data, career goals, everything. And your AI, it is so smart. It knows about you, it knows about the world, and it can become your mentor and advisor. It gives you proposal at the right time, and then we decide whether to take action or give the AI some feedback. Yeah, so that's how we see the personal AI is different from the current paradigm of OpenAI. So OpenAI is kind of a tool. It's like your co-pilot and your agent, right? You give them all the tasks they want to do. But personal AI is the other way around. Personal AI is kind of the super alignment, like mentioned by Ilya, like the ex kind of chief scientist of OpenAI. What he mentioned is like we basically need to align AI for our purpose, and even we don't want to figure out like we don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out exactly right what we want. The AI should be able to generalize and to learn from all things he knows, like to tell us like what might be something that is meaningful for me, right? Like that, for example, right? Uh, for example, right? As a man, I don't do a lot of shopping, but that doesn't mean I don't want to buy a good clothes, right? But I just don't know how to pick. If my AI can basically learn my data, even learn my photo, and also learn about kind of the fashion trend in the market, it can give me the solution that is a very high hit rate for me, right? If everything they recommend to me, I want to buy, I'll just buy it. But I don't have the time to shopping around and all the stuff. Yeah, so that is called the super intelligence. Basically, it the whole purpose of your personal AI is for you, is to basically give you a better life in every single dimension. Yeah, so that is kind of what I see as a truly personal AI. And question number 8, how does Pin AI see the role of AI in changing the way we manage digital identities in the next 3 to 5 years? Yeah, um, I think uh, I think the digital identity. Okay, let me answer this question in kind of my understanding, right? I think we are going to have so many different AIs, OpenAI, right? Anthropic, and also in the future we may also have a human or a robot in our home, right? But who to manage them? Because AI's bandwidth is very high, right? Human bandwidth compared with AI is kind of much more constrained. Like we should ideally use our personal AI to manage all of the powerful AIs. Like we interface with our personal AI, and then our personal AI manage all the different more powerful AIs. Either is they are in the cloud or in our home. So that's a kind of better way we see the future, because and also right many things potentially can go wrong with AI. So blockchain is another kind of guardrail for basically putting AI some dimension of constraint. Yeah, so that's how we see uh, we as individual, personal AI in between of us and the more powerful AIs. Yeah, so that's question number 8. Question number 9. What are Pin AI's long-term plan for integrated AI and data with the HiPin ecosystem to create a seamless, unified identity and a rewards experience? Yeah, this is a great question. Yeah, I think this question is the level of kind of Bitcoin POW question. Yeah, so I think the way Bitcoin can reach today kind of $2 trillion is because it has a very simple and elegant proof of work, and which allows all the mining machines to contribute to the security of the network. Yeah, so we have a similar kind of design for Pin AI. So basically, the past 20, 30 years, all the big tech is sitting on centralized kind of like data user monetization infrastructure. So basically, what we want to do is to allow user to contribute to this decentralized user side personal AI network. Basically, user take all the data legacy from all the existing apps and plug in to this kind of interface, and then have the data stored either locally or in private cloud, and join the Pin AI network. And by doing so, we have the GAU model. The GAU model basically kind of measure uh, kind of user data availability and help user improve your personal AI's understanding about your data in kind of measured fashion, right? Uh, we can only measure this in an AI way. Like if we have noticed, OpenAI released so many models, Gemini do the same as well. They have all those tests to test how the AI's capacity in GMAT, in kind of bar test and all the stuff. The personal AI is the same. Like we are not testing your personal AI's basically like math capability, but we are testing like whether it can help me with some trip planning, right? Whether it can help me book my next meeting, whether it can help me call Uber for my next event, whether it can help me basically do shopping and do kind of like kind of like some trip planning or even house care, right? So in order for the future agents to be able to serve all variety of purposes for an individual, so the individual, us, needed to provide the context data to those agents. And those agents will use either in a very constrained fashion or in a trusted execution environment. So basically, this score model is to measure our personal AI's understanding level about our data. And we get a score for that. So we'll keep improving the GAU model mechanism, and on the user side can keep increase the GAU model score, which is the AI score. So that is considered to be the POW for PNAI, which is a GAU model. We have an entire paper for that. If people can go to our Twitter and X platform and our website, you can find out this kind of GAU model paper. And yeah, we there is a lot of feedback that the car model isn't kind of there's bugs about that. We'll keep fixing those. Question 10. Many Web3 projects see big community hype only during testnets, then struggle to keep engagement long term. What is PNAI's strategy to sustain real user adoption and growth beyond the testnet phase? And how do you plan to make the ecosystem valuable for both early adopters and future users? Yeah, this is a great question. And so basically, if we see all the crypto projects, right? Uh, so every successful crypto projects, they basically can generate external value. For example, like Bitcoin, right? Like so, Bitcoin basically after ETF, MicroStrategy, more and more institutions is adopting Bitcoin, and for Ethereum the same, right? Like Ethereum now sees the next big opportunity as like stablecoin infrastructure. Hello, is the time is up? Shakib, can you mute? Thank you. Yeah. So I think Ethereum and you see also the RWA, right? They will next tokenize all those stock on chain, and I think this gives a very few simple formula. Is like the token company will have a treasury playbook and they will go IPO. And then all the stock company, they will tokenize their stock and enter into the crypto space. And then the boundary between the two becomes small or even zero, which is we fundamentally need to create a real value. And so the way how we solve this problem is, as we mentioned, we are having kind of a great community and your real data basically connected into the community, and then AI model keeps evolving and more agents come to the network, and this is a real AI product, real AI ecosystem. And then the token is just a way to capture the ecosystem's value and to basically grow from there. Yeah, this is not another kind of altcoin, shitcoin kind of like launching. This is kind of a new decentralized personal AI paradigm that we are all part of. Yeah, so that's all the questions. Like anyone have any question?
Hello, hi Ben.
Hey,
Thank you so much. This EB White, moderator on PNI.
okay, great.
We want to thank you for stepping in and taking to share your insight and vision with us today. We really appreciate that. Before we like to take 2 or 3 questions on voice chat.
Yeah, I think you are breaking
Hello.
up. Uh,
Okay. I said you can take 2 questions from voice chat from the community.
yeah. So feel free to ask a question. Is a question in the chat, or people are free to ask a
Um,
question using voice?
um, Yeah, okay.
Hello,
It's okay.
GM
You can
everybody.
Hello,
just
good
raise up
evening.
your hand.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. One is okay. One at a time. Raise
Yeah,
your
one
hand. I
question at a
will
time.
give you the
Yeah,
mic, please.
one question at a time. Like, who is next?
Please, I want to ask a question. Can you hear me?
Annie. Hey, yes.
Yeah, go on. Hello, are you there? Okay, I think it's having some glitch. Okay, let's allow Mr. Felix. Okay, Mr. Felix, you can go ahead.
Or you can send the question in the chat. Yeah, I can answer a question in the chat as well.
Okay, so Mr. Ben, we have one question here. One asks, okay, proper identification between DBs ID requires national passport or identity by import for those I think it's question for those who are participating in PIN. Hello.
Hello, this is Super RJ.
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, just like the questions I wrote about filtering bots. I've been listening to what he said, and it really shows PNI is here for the long time, and I like all the way he answered all the questions, right? I was just asking if the
Yeah.
content creation window is closed for we that want to sensitize maybe our followers on other platforms, and also introducing a better way to filter bots through verification of international passport. I think that will go a long way to filter the unwanted bots and reward people that have been here for a long time. Yeah.
Okay, great. You are mentioning about having a way to filter the ports on the
Yes.
IPIN platform, right? Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Um, so what we are going to do is like um, when the conversion happens at that time, like we basically will filter all the bots, and also uh, we are also doing the migration for the user to basically shifting from HiPin mini app to the PinAI app, and in the PinAI app, like that's more accommodating real users. Like it will be very challenging for bot to keep playing in the PinAI app.
Okay. That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
thank
Also,
you.
the content creation window. Also, as if Pin AI is thinking of going to in the future venturing into any of these InfoFi platforms like Kaito, Cookies, or you don't have such plans, and just reward the organic bull posters for Pin AI.
Oh, yes, that's a great question. I think we already launched a version of the product, which is AI input, AI keyboard. And so the AI keyboard is allowing, so when you use the AI keyboard, it can detect which app you are in. Like it can detect you are in the X app, it can help you write tweet. And when you help you write a tweet, it also have the final line says powered by Pin AI keyboard. Like
Oh,
so, yeah, and that is different compared with kind of Kaido, but it is in a category as you mentioned the InfoFi. Like when
okay.
the user posts using Pin AI keyboard, the AI
Yeah.
keyboard has the data connectors, and then we'll figure out a way to incentivize users and
Okay.
KOLs by doing so.
Okay, great. What I'm trying to ask, so I can actively use that Pin AI keyboard right now to create
Yeah.
my content. And okay,
Yes.
awesome,
Yes.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Super. Any other question from the community?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, good evening. This is Felix on the line. I don't know whether you can hear me.
Hey, Felix.
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Yes, thank you so much for the explanation. So my question is, when are you planning on releasing the roadmap and the tokenomics? Is there any plan like that on the way?
You mean roadmap about a token release, token TGE?
Yeah, tokenomics and the roadmap, including the tokenomics.
Tokenomics. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So internally, we already have tokenomics. Let me see on the website. In the documentation, like in the website, there. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So on the website, there is only kind of like a very simple token utility mentioning here, and I cannot send the information here. Like basically, you can go to the website docs, and there is some pin utility that is kind of simple design of the token utility. And internally, we already have all the token economics design. And yeah, we will release later when we are close to kind of TGE.
All right. Thank you so much. So
Thank
TG
you.
is for
Pardon? Yeah, I think we have lost Felix.
I think we lost him. So we have one question from the community. Someone asks, since IP ecosystem is aiming at merging AI with identity and reward, how will you ensure users' data privacy and security while still enabling decentralized verification and fair reward?
Yeah, yeah. So this question is also similar as a question I have answered. So basically, data privacy is protected through either your local storage or in private cloud offered by AWS. And also like decentralized verification and the fair distribution of rewards, that is done by the God model, uh, God model score. So basically, like, let me see, global data. Yeah, so your personal AI will get a score, which means understand about you, and then it is basically compete in a global network, and to enable your personal AI knows more about you, then you basically can have higher power in a global mining network, and that is done in a decentralized way, which is a God model interact with your personal AI. Yeah, that's how it works.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben. I think this brings up the end of the AMA session. And on behalf of want to say thank you, Ben, for tuning in and sharing a lot of information inside about Pin AI. And we also want to thank the community for tuning in, and we hope to do this some other time. So we urge everyone to please stay connected with us on Telegram, and if you have that question, do in the community, and we'll do try as much as possible to answer them. All right. So thank you, Ben, and thank you everyone for tuning in. See you next time.
Okay, thank you everyone. Talk to you next time.